Hey everybody, Andrew from Snakeworks. This is a video of, you guessed it, a short tail. This is a python brongersmai, aka red blood python. This was produced by Kevin Martyr in 2017. Through the grapevine, I've heard this animal is also possible Het T positive albino. And I just wanted to get a better look of how these animals behave and interact with people. They get a bad rep, and this animal's never struck at me. I don't know how he's going to do when I'm holding a camera, but all very chill animal, very vocal. You might hear him huffing and puffing, but for the most part, this is just a very docile animal. They're terrestrial, meaning they live on the ground. So I think a lot of times people try to swing them around and handle them in a fashion that makes them very nervous. And that's why you end up with them biting people and getting upset. But really, this is kind of just a lap snake, if you will. You can sit down and turn on a TV show, and this buddy will sit right in your lap for as long as he feels like it. Could be a half hour or whatnot. They're ambush predators, so they're very used to sitting still for possibly weeks at a time, waiting for some sort of little rat to come by. So it's probably nothing for him to just sit still for a while. Sounds like I'm being interrupted as I make a video. Thanks, honey. That's my daughter coming in. She just thinks everybody has like 100 snakes in their basement. Be interesting when she has some conversations with teachers as she gets older. This animal is really nice looking, obviously. This is bred from Kevin Martyr's line of python brongersmai, and he paired that up with VPI stripe. So you would refer to this animal as a cross between martyr and VPI stripe. And the outcome was amazing. Really notice like this animal's not trying to get away anymore. He's just gonna sit there and chill. Let me just walk around here and get the other side of him. So this is a 4-year-old adult male. He has colored up as much as he's gonna color up. And you know, some days you might hear about, you know, these things are, oh, he's really on fire today, he's fired up. And that's true. Sometimes you open it up and he will be a lot brighter. It's a fairly accurate representation of his color, but kind of not really picking up the pink. That little buddy right here, turning out, looks a little bit yellow on the film, but as I'm staring at it, it's pink. So, well, what can you do? I think anybody who has snakes knows that that's the deal when it comes down to cameras. You're never really going to truly get a good representation of your snake's true colors. You know, it's just really one of those things that has to be held in person. So yeah, this animal isn't moving at all. Kind of weird, I'm watching this through the video screen instead of actually paying attention to what this animal's doing. There you go. All right, I'm gonna put him back. He's on my table. Don't want him wrapping around anything, doing silly things. And I'll be back with another snake in a minute. Alrighty. This, formerly known as a black blood, is a python curtis. It's a different species of animal than the red python brongersmai you just saw. You can see he has some orange eyes, black tongue. He's fairly black. People are trying to breed these so they don't get this brown in here. There's black. Hey buddy, it's okay. So he's just trying to figure me out right now. He's still flicking his tongue. These animals, I'm not going to try to get him to do it, but if they're upset with you, they'll just stick their tongue out and hold it. Or as a matter of fact, maybe they just don't even flick their tongue at all. I've seen them wiggle their tails like a dog would wiggle his tail when they're upset. They don't like their butts touched. It's a good way to get bit, so I stay away from that. Gotta respect that. These generally stay smaller than the python brongersmai and are usually less likely to bite. They're a little bit calmer, but they also have an amazing feeding response. So when it comes to feeding time in here, when I take those rats out and move towards this girl's drawer, I know she's going to be right there just waiting to nail it. And you got to be careful. I mean, I would not want to get tagged by one of these things that thinks my panda's food. Yeah, you can see better here the amount of brown that's in there. Some of these will have just all black. There'll be no pattern in there. So I haven't really decided if I'm going to breed her yet. I mean, she's beautiful. It's just one of those things, like, she kind of has more brown that I think would be than I'd want. If I was going to breed these, I'd want to make all black ones. So she might just be a pet, or if I can get a really dark male, I would probably consider doing that. It's a pretty animal. And again, like, just very calm. Not really concerned about me. They're not head shy like ball pythons. Yeah. This girl I got from Trace Harden at Harden Herpetologica. He breeds some really nice black Curtis. Also does some leucistic rainbow boas and T-positive Curtis as well. Oh, sorry, T-positive Brongersmai. Yeah, these are just great snakes. Great eating responses. They're kept cooler than ball pythons. I keep my snake room at 80 degrees and put a hotspot of maybe 83, 84 in there. And that's just perfect for them. Put a couple pieces of this paper in there. They can burrow under it. It's kind of like maybe you're creating sort of artificial leaf cover on the forest floor where these would live. All right, let me pull out another short tail for all of you. Okay, this is a T-negative Brongersmai. So basically, this is an albino version of that first martyr short tail that I brought out. Right now, he's orange and yellow, with a little bit of red going on back here. I'm hoping that over the next year, he matures into a dark red, like Skittle red. The father of this animal is just totally saturated red animal, and those traits are inherited through the short tails, more so than ball pythons. Like, you could breed a really bad looking ball python to another bad looking ball python and you might hatch out something incredible. Not so with these. You really need to invest in the quality, and when you put the two quality animals together, you will get a quality group of eggs. And of course, so, you know, if you wanted to create ones that had a stripe, you'd put a striped animal with an animal like this, and you might end up with, you know, half your clutch being striped. I could just be making that up. Who knows? I don't know enough about these animals or breeding them. I've never bred them. Don't listen to me about that. Just look at the snake. It's pretty. And again, this is a very docile animal. I think he got a little bit of rub or something on his nose there that's healing. He looks like he almost like got rid of one of his scales. Not quite sure how that happened. I mean, I keep him in a tub with plenty of places to hide. So, just a beautiful buddy right there. And I love this white in here. I picked up a hatchling that's got just white striping all the way down the tail. So that'll be something that I'm trying to breed into my future projects. There you go. Yeah, flicking the tongue is just fine with me touching them. I wish that showed up a little bit better on the camera so you could see what I'm seeing, but it really does look like he flicked off one of his scales at the tip of his nose. Oh. Whatever it is healed. So I'm not going to worry about it. Just keep an eye on it. You hear that hissing? Pretty vocal animals right there. All right, I think I'll show one or two more of these animals, then call it quits. Okay, this is a possible Het T-positive Python Curtis. So basically, a black blood, like I showed you earlier. But this is considered a pumpkin head version of that. And that is one heck of an orange head. And he also has beautiful orange eyes too. Look at that. Just staring at me. These are really intelligent snakes. They just seem to think a lot more than what you would see with a ball python. No offense to ball pythons. Looks like this is a she actually. She's probably going shed. It's a little bit of a bluer hue on here that I can see in the snake room. That is going to be paired with another snake that I have that is visual for the caramel albino. Wow. I mean, you can see why they call them pumpkin heads. I think real quick, I'm just going to go and grab the the male that I'm hoping will pair together. Reach in here and grab this girl. So this is the visual caramel albino. And this guy's possible hat. And when you guys play nice together, not do anything crazy. Again, you know, orange head, but clearly lacking any black. It all turns this, I mean, it's almost a purple. It probably looks more brown on, well, it's a deep brownish purple color. It's beautiful. Yeah, that'd be nice to have a clutch of these come out. And if she proves out as het, I would probably have, you know, 50-50 the darker ones and then 50% of these lighter ones. But then again, I'm just making up genetic percentages in my mind right now. I got these both from Matt Turner at Selective Origins. I've got a lot of my short tails from him. Just breeds some incredible stuff. And it really is amazing that these animals are so chill. Beautiful orange heads here. Yeah. All right, well, if you have any questions about these animals, please leave a comment. And if you want me to show off some more of them, I'd be glad to. Just let me know. Just slap the like, subscribe buttons. And as always, subscribe to US Ark, support our hobby, because there are people out here that just don't want you to have the privilege of keeping these beautiful creatures. All right, until next time, take it easy.